Hey, how's it going, Will T family? Once again here for another video at South Coast Welding Academy, Houston, Texas. All right, now come check this out with me. We're gonna work on a 6-inch Schedule 80. We're gonna do a root and hot, but it's gonna be on a rollout, okay? This is very helpful for beginners who are thinking about working at a shop, okay? So stay tuned. All right, come check this out with me. So we're about to start doing this nice little 6-inch Schedule 80 on a rollout. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain real quick what the prepping is, okay? So basically what to expect. You're gonna expect a production well at a shop, okay? You're gonna expect a production well. It's gonna be, usually they're long pipes, right? But they're gonna give it to you, and they're gonna give you a pipe with 4 tacks. Okay, they're gonna put 4 tacks on the pipe, and one is gonna be it's gonna be like an X, pretty much, or a cross. Okay, right across from each other. So expect 4 tacks, 4 penetrated tacks. Okay. Now there's no more bridge tacks over here because those are weak. Okay. So they're always gonna be penetrated tacks. So now look. I want you to be very, very careful here because you don't know who did those penetrated tacks. Could have been a fitter, most likely it's a fitter, but you don't know how well they did those tacks. So what I highly recommend you to do is cut every tack that you run into. So you can start fresh about right here, right? And start welding your root. And then once you reach your tack, you want to cut them off, all right? Because you don't know what's in that tack. You don't know if there's porosity or lack of fusion or, whatever the case is. So unless you know that person and you can trust them, then it's up to you. You can keep the tacks if you want, but I would definitely cut them. So once again, we're going to start from here and start working our way up. Once we reach the tack, you can cut them or leave them there if you want. But I did these tacks right here, so we're gonna keep them for this video. So here, we actually did, we did a 3/16 gap, okay? Make sure that your pipe is nice and clean, all right? Make sure that fitter does a good job, all right? Make sure that there's not a lot of high and low, and check your fits. Make sure they're nice, okay? And we are using 70/6, okay, 1/8, all right? That's what we're using for this video today. And we're gonna run our root at 105, okay? That's gonna be our root, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see how it comes out, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, so right now we have 4 penetrated tacks. Make sure that you feather every tack if you're gonna keep them, all right? So I'm gonna keep them this time. I'm gonna go ahead and feather the first one, and feather the one where I'm gonna close to. So make sure you feather them as you go if you're gonna keep them, okay? So all I'm gonna do is start from here and work my way all the way around, okay? Make sure you feather them nice and thin. Here we go. All right, so now we already feathered both tacks, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back here and we're gonna check our speed, okay? Our rollout speed. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna have it at full blast. I'm gonna have it at 100, okay? Because I can always control it with my foot, okay? So I'm gonna keep it at 100 for my root and my hot pass, okay? So I'm gonna start at 1 o'clock and work my way up, okay? So there's no need to start past this. There's no need to start at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, none of that. It's a rollout, so it's gonna help you out. So best way to do this, I'll just go ahead and start at 1 o'clock and work my way up, right? Tie in right here, make sure you feather them, all right? Make sure you feather both sides, okay? That's gonna give you a proper tie-in, all right? So we're gonna use a 150 heavy hitter, okay? That's what we're using for today. And let's go ahead and give it a try. See what happens. All right, so basically what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna do a little mini hot pass, warming up my metal. Once I reach the edge where I feather, I insert my wire and I start pushing from there, right? All you gotta do is keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. That's it. So you're gonna work your way up, all the way up. Like that, keep it right behind the bevel. Back and forth, feed, normal. There's no need to exaggerate on your feeding, alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is very important right now. So every time you stop from doing your root, what I want you to do, I want you to look through the gap and inspect your root. Make sure that you have no lack of fusion, no porosity. Make sure you hit both your walls, all right? Make sure you do that. So think about this. If they give you a long pipe, right? If they give you a long pipe, you're not gonna be able to look through here. So you have to look through the gap. So every time you stop, I highly recommend you to look through the gap and check what you did, okay? You don't want it to get too late and then you're gonna try to look for that error, all right? So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and turn around, right? Simulate, and it's a long pipe. And I'm gonna look through my gap and I'm gonna make sure that I hit both walls, right? So, all right, no lack of fusion, no porosity, all right, no cold wire. All right, looks pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and continue, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and finish now. Remember, warm up your metal. Once you reach the edge where you feather, insert your wire, start pushing. Right before you're about to tie in, remember the keyhole dip, okay? That's the best technique I like to use. So right before I tie in, I keyhole dip, I go up and down, dip, up and down, dip, all the way through, okay? So here we go. All right, here we go, keyhole dip, keyhole dip, keyhole dip. You gotta go wall to wall. Make sure you open those walls. Keyhole dip, keyhole dip, keyhole dip, and then pop off right on the wall. Alright, so basically, whenever I'm doing my root, you're pushing it right in the middle, right? You're pushing right in the middle, but whenever you find trouble, whenever you find that you can't push anymore, bring your arc back like this, readjust your hand, and then start pushing again. So you want to bring your arc back so you don't keep the heat. You don't want to keep the heat right in the middle and let it drip. So move away. Boom. Alright, I'm about to come across my tie-in just a bit. Remember, warm up your metal. Alright, keep your right in the middle. Alright, you don't want to push too much up here because remember, gravity is helping you. Alright, up and down, dip. Remember, keyhole method. Up, down, dip. Up, down, dip. Up, down, dip. Up, down, dip. All the way through. Don't stop too early. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And pop off right on the side. Boom. Oh yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after we do our root, what I like to do is I like to grind down my root. I know there's a lot of welders that don't do that, but my preferred choice is to go ahead and grind down that root because it's gonna remove silicone, trash, you know, even porosity too. So, and I've noticed sometimes when I'm doing my hot pass, you'll see a fisheye, so you'll run into that. So you'll know when you're grinding down. So it's a very good skill. Grind your root if you want, but make sure that you have a clean root. All right, let's go ahead and start it. All right, come check this out with me. So we're about to do our hot pass, and so I'm gonna go ahead and start in about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and just keep pressing on the pedal. Remember, I have my speed at 100, so so I'm controlling it with my foot. If I need to stop, I'll stop it. I'm gonna go ahead and run my hot pass at 170 amps. Okay, so I like to run a little bit hot, and the reason why is because it's on a rollout, so it's gonna continue to move. So, but if you see yourself not moving fast enough, you need to turn it down. All right, so bring it down to like maybe 150 or so until you get the hang of it. Then you can start going hotter. So let's go ahead and do our root at 170 at about 1 o'clock. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's see how it turns out. All right, so we're doing a hot pass right now, and so what I like to do is it's a method called riding the bevel. All right, so I'm not really wiggling it. I'm actually riding in the bevel. I'm going side to side, and I make sure that I hit all the walls, right? Side to side, take your time. Make sure you keep your weaves nice and tight. Okay, if you see that whenever you're going to your walls and you see that your puddle is not following you, it's most likely because you have no metal in there. So all you need to do is push a little bit, slightly, push a tiny bit so you deposit metal. So wall to wall, keep it nice and tight. And the method I'm doing right now, it's right in the bevel. That's all I'm doing, keeping the wire right in the middle. Alright, so now, if for some reason you need to stop, all you need to do is take off your wire, remove your wire, and pull off on the side, right on the bevel. Not bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there we go. There we have it. All right, so we worked on a 6-inch Schedule 80 on a rollout. So we did root and hot. That was part 1. So stay tuned for my part 2. On my part 2, I'm gonna do a fill and cap with 7018. Okay, so stay tuned for that video. It's very important to be the second part on this. Okay, so there you have it. Root and hot came out pretty good. It'll definitely shoot. It'll pass X-ray, that's for sure. So remember, be very careful on your tags. Whenever you receive a pipe, all right? If I were you, I would definitely cut them, cut off the tags and do your root, okay? So, because you never know what's in that and those penetrated tags. So there you have it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all right? So hopefully this was a very good video for y'all. Hopefully you learned something. Stay tuned for the next one, all right? Hoorah!